Before we begin, let me remind you to please put all your cell phones and electronic devices in the silent mode. We thank you for that. My name is Sergeant Mike Evans. I would like to welcome you to this very special occasion as we honor our team members for their years of service, for their promotion to the next higher rank, and also recognize those who have demonstrated the Sheriff's Office core values through honorable, meritorious, and exceptional service. Would you please rise now while the Sheriff's Office Honor Guard presents the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the state flag of Texas. The Texas Pledge is found in your program. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Captain James Russell will now deliver our oath of invocation.
I will be praying from my tradition. I ask that you join me in yours. We have gathered here today, Almighty God, to recognize publicly these officers with the skills, knowledge, and wisdom to be promoted to the next assignment, and those who distinguish themselves. We ask your blessing upon them as they go about their new duties. These officers will be entrusted to a higher position. May they be given the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding to fulfill those roles each and every day. We ask a blessing upon their families. May the sacrifices that they make be assured of your grace and your mercy each and every day. We ask this now in your Son's name. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. If you'd like an online version of your program, you can scan the QR code located on the back of your printed program. Today's ceremony celebrates the core values of our Sheriff's Office. Each team member recognized today aspires to personify their professionalism, accountability, compassion, and trustworthiness the Sheriff's Office holds near and dear and strives as a role model for their fellow team members and for our community. We thank you for being present here today to celebrate with us. I would also like to thank all the elected and public officials in attendance today. Signing in with us today, we have Commissioner of Precinct 2, Charlie Rodinus here. We welcome you, sir. Are there any other elected officials that just didn't have the opportunity to sign in? If you're present with us today, please stand so we can recognize you. Okay, we will move forward. Recognizing that this is a very important day and this vital importance of this ceremony, we are joined also by a number of very special and distinguished guests. And those would be the family members of our honorees. Their support enables their loved ones' professional service to Montgomery County. If you are a family member of someone being recognized today, would you please stand and let us honor you? Please stand. Thank you so much. co-workers, and friends who have taken time out of their busy day to help recognize our team members. And as a special recognition, I would like to now introduce the Sheriff of Montgomery County, Sheriff Rand Henderson.
Thank you, Sergeant Evans, and thank you to all of you for being here today on this very special occasion. This is our second annual 2020 Socially Distanced Awards and Promotion Ceremony. We don't normally spread out like this, but 2020, as you all know, is the weirdest year ever in the history of time. We always prefer to be in a smaller room, where it's more intimate, but it's just not possible right now. So we're just grateful to the Convention Center for allowing us the opportunity to even have this ceremony. So Chaplain Evans has already thanked the families, and I want to thank you again for being here, that you give us your loved ones for a 12-hour shift, an 8-hour shift during the course of the week. And we certainly appreciate the sacrifices that each and every one of you make, and also the work that you have done in supporting your loved one and helping them attain whatever achievement that they're here for today, whether it be a promotion or an award. We're just absolutely proud of each and every one of them. This ceremony is something we've only been doing for a few years. Although the respective deputy or respective employee gets recognized whenever they are promoted, it could have been a few months ago, but twice a year we come together to absolutely honor them as a group, as an agency, and as a family. And that's what we're here for today. So although they may have been wearing their badges already that denote their specialized rank, we're going to ceremoniously pin those back onto them. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the incredible volunteers that we have from the Citizens Academy. If you're not familiar, I'll use this as an opportunity to try to recruit some of you family members. The Citizen Academy is a program, it's a community outreach program that fits within some of our goals within the Sheriff's Office. And we've been doing it for a long time with a lot of success. We hold 2 Citizen Academies a year. Citizen Academy is an opportunity for us to teach our citizenry what we do and why we do it. And I can't think of a more important program than these times that we're going through right now. We're not understood by the public, and you're seeing that in some of the negativity and the civil unrest. And I think the more that we do to communicate why we do what we do, for example, the recent shooting that led to unrest in Philadelphia, one of the first quotes I heard was, "Why didn't you shoot him in the leg?" Well, Citizen Academy teaches you why we don't shoot people in the leg. We're aiming for the leg. So if you're interested and you have a little bit of time, all of you family, friends, if you've got friends that may be interested, or even those that may be interested in going into criminal justice that would like to learn a little bit more, we hold 2 Citizen Academies a year in a normal year, but we do plan to have one in the spring. It's 13 weeks long and 3 hours a week, and we have some members that are in the back that are wearing the white shirts that are volunteers. You'll have an opportunity to join an alumni association, and they are fantastic. I have to just call out Rita. She's been doing this since 1998. She volunteers, I think, at every event that we've ever had since then. So if I could get a round of applause for our Citizen Academy. And I especially want to thank Commissioner Riley for coming today. We invite elected officials. We've never had a lot that turn out, and we do it as a courtesy. But his words meant a lot to me. That he said he just wanted to be here to support the men and women of law enforcement because he doesn't feel that that's done enough, especially during this year. And so I just want to recognize him for those kind of words, for your support of law enforcement, and just appreciate you being here, sir. So thank you very much. And with that, let's do some promotions. This is one of my favorite ceremonies of the year. Really excited about it. These do cadet graduations, which are really cool. And some of the folks that I see over here that are getting promotions are also former cadets. And these 2 ceremonies a year, they're some of my favorite days of the year. So thank you for being part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sheriff Rand Henderson has placed a special trust and confidence in the professionalism, accountability, compassion, and trustworthiness of those team members we are about to honor. In view of these special qualities and their demonstrated potential to serve at the next higher grade level, we will now recognize those promoted on or after June 16, 2020. First, we will recognize our team member who has been promoted to the rank of captain. Being promoted to captain is Captain Kenny Dunn. We will now recognize those team members who have been promoted by division. For those who are being promoted, when your individual name is called, please proceed to the middle of the stage, have your badge pinned on by Sheriff Henderson, and receive your certificate of promotion, and then following that, you may return to your seat. First, we will recognize those team members promoted from the East Patrol Division. As your name is called, would you please come forward? The East Patrol Division is led by Captain Melvin Franklin. Being promoted to sergeant is Joshua Pilato. Being promoted to sergeant, Roderick O'Connor. Being promoted to detective, Dan Lafferty. Being promoted to detective, Zachary Winford. Next, we will recognize those team members promoted from the West Patrol Division. The West Patrol Division is led by Captain Kenny Dunlap. Being promoted to sergeant, Bradley Curtis. Being promoted to detective, Stephanie Holman. Next, Next, we will recognize those team members promoted from the Woodlands Township Division. The Woodlands Township Division is led by Captain Tim Hollyfield. Being promoted to Detective, Brian Fleming. Being promoted to Specialist, Cody McKee. Being promoted to Sergeant, Randy Lewis. Being promoted to Sergeant, Charlie Sullivan. Being promoted to Sergeant, Savannah Broski. Next, we will recognize those team members promoted from the Jail Division. The Jail Division is led by Captain Andy Eason. Being promoted to Lieutenant, Jesse Fluella. Being promoted to Lieutenant, Jake Paul Gonzalez. Being promoted to Detention Sergeant, Keisha Davis. Next, we will recognize those team members promoted from the Homeland Security Division. The Homeland Security Division is led by Captain Damon Hall. Being promoted to Bailiff, Ashley Johnson. team members promoted from the executive division. The executive division is led by Captain McKelvey. Being promoted to warrant supervisor, Kelly Abdabak. Being promoted to dispatch supervisor, Deborah Forbes. Congratulations to all of our promotees. We will now move into the awards portion of our ceremony. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Professional, Accountable, Compassionate, and Trusted, or PACT program is a means to recognize those team members who live and demonstrate our core values. Each of these core values compromises a program category, and supervisors, peers, or a community member may nominate a team member for an award in a particular category. A cross-rank and cross-functional committee reviews each nomination and presents a final recommendation to the sheriff. Today, we recognize those individuals who have performed individual or sustained acts of meritorious service. When your name is called, please either individually or as a part of the group, come forward and join Sheriff Henderson on the stage, and following the reading of your award citation, Sheriff Henderson will present you with the certificate. The Community Action Partner Award is utilized to recognize and present citations, commendations, or awards to citizens, businesses, private organizations, or civic groups who assist the Sheriff's Office in collectively achieving the law enforcement mission of public safety. The award signifies a persons, or organization has partnered with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office in such a way that their single or ongoing involvement has had a distinct impact on the community or on the agency. We would like to recognize Dr. Jess Jeffrey, Catherine Jeffrey, and Heather Cole from the FM 1488 Animal Medical Center. Would you please come forward? The staff of the FM 1488 Animal Medical Center was nominated by Sergeant David Birch for their partnership with the Sheriff's Office since 2010. The staff has provided their services for our canine partners, including health checkups, surgeries, snake bite care, and preventative care at no charge. The FM 1488 Animal Medical Center selflessness, in providing these crucial services have allowed our canine partners to remain healthy and provide continuous service to our community, and we thank you. Detective Felix Cantu Jr., please come forward. Detective Cantu was nominated for this award by Sergeant Chris Ansley for his dedication in solving a difficult case. While investigating the case, Detective Cantu went above and beyond to capture the suspect and protect the victim. Detective Cantu has been commended and recognized by the District Attorney's Office for his determination and investigative thoroughness. Congratulations. Detention Officer Edgar Rodinus, please come forward. Detention Officer Rodinus was nominated for this award by Detention Sergeant Crystal Badeau for his quick action in recognizing an inmate was suffering from a stroke and ensuring medical care was provided quickly. Detention Officer Rodinus showed true compassion and exhibited professional behavior when he recognized the inmate was exhibiting abnormal behavior conducive to a medical emergency. Congratulations. Deputy Caleb Cole and Deputy Travis Wood, please come forward. Deputies Cole and Wood were nominated for this award by Sergeant Josh Alotto for their concern, patience, and dedication in resolving a high-risk critical incident involving a suicidal male with a weapon. Deputies Cole and Wood were able to talk to the male in dropping his weapon after speaking with him for over 3 hours. The male was transported to a mental health facility for treatment. Great job, Deputies Wood and Deputies Cole. Sergeant Kevin Williams and Detective Jason Prince, please come forward. Sergeant Williams and Detective Prince were nominated for this award by Assistant District Attorney Mike Hawley for their skillful work and diligence to resolve an intoxication manslaughter case which resulted in the suspect being sentenced to 20 years in prison. Great job, gentlemen. Compassion is the third core value of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. This value states, we will exercise our discretion in consideration of law, the community, and the victim. We will always treat the community and each other with respect, mindful that human beings are prone to making poor decisions and often do or say things they do not mean while under stress. We will seek to understand and improve our community beyond line-of-duty interactions through volunteer service and community engagement. Miranda Haas, please come forward. Crime victim advocates Miranda Haas and her partner Tamara Young were nominated by Lieutenant John Schmidt for this award. They are being recognized for their hard work and endless dedication to helping victims of crime throughout Montgomery County. Tamara and Miranda continue to leave lasting impressions on the families they assist, the communities they serve, and their co-workers who witness their compassion and dedication daily. Congratulations. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor those who have demonstrated meritorious service to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. I present the Unit Citation Award. The Unit Citation Award and bar may be awarded to those units who have distinguished themselves by an outstanding achievement, act, or service outside their normal scope of their duties. This award recognizes units within the Sheriff's Office for exceptional contributions to the agency, the county, and/or to public service. We want to recognize Sergeant Federico Cano, Deputy Todd Ellis, Deputy Nathan Kern, Deputy Blake LaPaglia. Please come forward. These employees were nominated for this award by Detective John Godden for actions taken in a case that resulted in the recovery of 3 potential human trafficking victims in April of 2020. These employees also went above and beyond to secure vital evidence that will help in the prosecution of the arrested individual. Congratulations. Sheriff Henderson will now present the Life Saving Award. The A life-saving award may be presented to a deputy for meritorious conduct or an act performed in the line of duty which, through disregard to personal safety or prompt and alert action, results in life-saving and the saving of human life or immediate first aid response. Deputy Anthony Ashley and Clayton Lewis, please come forward. On the night of June 10, 2020, Deputies Ashley and Lewis were conducting proactive policing efforts near a railroad track when they heard a passing train suddenly lock its brakes and come to a stop. Knowing something was out of the ordinary, Deputies Ashley and Lewis approached the conductor, who advised the train had just struck a pedestrian. Deputies Ashley and Lewis began searching for the victim and located him with severe injuries to both legs and his face. Deputies Ashley and Lewis, noticing the male was bleeding profusely, applied tourniquets, immediately stopping the bleeding, allowing time for EMS to arrive several minutes later. If not for the deputies' quick actions, the male would likely have perished. Congratulations. Deputy Alexis Montez, please come forward. On June 14, 2020, Deputy Montez assisted Conroe Police Department with a motor vehicle crash on Woodlands Road. Deputy Montez was the first to arrive on scene and found the driver of one vehicle to be partially ejected and unconscious with no pulse. Deputy Montez removed the driver from the vehicle, applied a tourniquet to a leg wound, and immediately began conducting CPR. EMS arrived on scene and continued CPR, recovered a pulse, and transported the driver to the hospital. We are happy to report the male driver is expected to make a full recovery. Sheriff Henderson will now present the Combat Cross Award. The Combat Cross Medal and Award Bar will be awarded to a deputy for an individual act of heroism with imminent personal hazard of life in combat with an armed adversary. We want to recognize Specialist Eric Ward, Specialist Daniel Pena, Specialist Luis Macias, and Specialist Edward Fisher. Please come forward. July 23rd, 2020, Specialists Ward, Pena, Macias, and Fisher, as members of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office SWAT team, were assisting in a warrant service for a murder suspect in Harris County. Immediately upon arrival, the suspect opened fire on all members of the SWAT team. Specialists Ward, Pena, Macias, and Fisher created a distraction to draw the gunfire and purposely placed themselves in harm's way to allow the remaining SWAT team members to find cover. The selfless and heroic actions of these two members brought great credit upon themselves and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and they are being recognized for their bravery. This concludes our award ceremony today and our recognition. One more round of applause, please, for all of our promotions. I'm now going to ask Chaplain James Rodinus.
Please receive these words. I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels nor rulers, nor things present or things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else that is under all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God. Lord, I just ask a blessing upon each and every one here today. May your grace be added to them. Amen.
This concludes our award ceremony. Please join us over here against the wall for refreshments.